Okay, so I think I have this going and working, maybe. Um, Hard to say though. I'm at my studio right now, and normally I do what I'm about to do in Capture One, but I'm going to try this in Lightroom today. I'm gonna try to keep some chat windows open over here in case someone joins. I don't even know if I managed to like set this up right. For reasons I don't understand, Twitch won't even go. Like it's still trying to connect, so I must have done something wrong. There. Okay, so for perspective, I haven't looked at this film myself yet at all. This is film that I developed and shot myself and my friend Alyssa. I have two rolls here that I have not looked at all, which will either be really fun or really wild. To be continued. Okay. So I'm actually gonna try to hang this like above my desk here in hopes that it won't die. The way that I do this, which I've documented this poorly before, and there's something else that I do which you probably shouldn't do, which is that I one second. Which is that I clean this off, or at least clean off my like negative holder in between shots with canned air. And you probably shouldn't do that because of the chemicals, but I don't really care. I'm gonna break the rules. It's my shit. I would not do that with somebody else's film though. Okay, so I have this set to the settings that I usually use at home when I am tethering. Hold on. I didn't quite set my desk up well enough. When I am tethering a capture, I don't know why, but for reasons beyond my explanations or ability to comprehend, I cannot get Capture One to open on this computer. So we're gonna go add it this way. I have, not that you can see it, I have the negative supply system for DSLR film scanning, which annoyed me in the beginning. But now that I've gotten used to it, I enjoy it, so you just never know, you know? Alright, so things that I'm gonna do, which you shouldn't do, are spray it from far away. I know you should use an air blower, it just doesn't feel like it's effective enough to me. And then, ooh, oops. I don't know how I got that unplugged, that was an accident. Don't unplug your light source, everyone. And then I am going to make sure my shot is sharp. All that good shit. Alright, and then where did the tethering stuff go? Okay, there we go. I'm kind of undeniably horrified to do this in Lightroom, but here we go. part of the reason that I'm interested in about doing this in Lightroom is because I convert in Lightroom. The other more annoying honest reality is that see, in all my shortcuts, but the other annoying reality is that I don't know why, but I cannot get Capture One to work on my computer. I'm sorry, you can hear whoever's in the hallway at the building right now. Alright, I'm gonna adjust this again. Okay. Let's see. There we go. It just felt like I wasn't straight. What can I say? And in the future, I might set up a better way to show what I'm doing on the tabletop. But it's actually pretty easy. Now, let's see. I'm personally really excited to do this like this right now because I get to scan this all in one go. Normally I will like cut up the roll, put it in a sleeve, and then I'll have to scan them for 120 every 2 photos, and if you could see the process of what I'm doing, you'd understand why that is a bit more annoying than what I'm currently doing. What I think I'll also do is invert these in Lightroom. See, I'm so used to doing this in Capture that I went and hit Command K as if that was going to get me anywhere. And I probably have dust and stuff on these right now. I'm just doing this as a preliminary scan to kind of like see where stuff is at. One thing that I was previously doing as someone who just got into self-developing, self-scanning, all that jazz is I previously wasn't using photo flow, or at least I wasn't when I started, which was really kind of a horrific mistake. And it looks like I also might need to clean the lens in there before I scan the other roll, which is kind of hilarious because there are some really consistent spots. One thing that I'm seeing right now is that I hate this. This is the one thing that anyone who is self-developing or self-scanning at home can hopefully help me figure out is I constantly get my hair on my film, no matter how clean I am. Don't know how, don't know why. But here we are. Hello. Gotta work on that, because I'll tell you what, I hate rewashing it once I see that. And I don't know where it comes from, because when I hang it up, it's pretty contained. It's in its own room. I feel like I got it figured out, but nope. Just me. But yeah, I have a dust spot in my camera here and one here for sure. Alright. And that is, you know, like what, I've been at it a couple minutes, and that's one roll. Of 120 anyway. I'm not gonna do the other one quite yet, because I should totally go in there and clean off the dust on that lens before I keep going. But for now, we're gonna see how much I even like tethering to Lightroom, because I low-key hate Lightroom. I only use it for this platform. So, dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna close out this for now, and I'm gonna turn off my camera. For perspective on how much I don't use, yeah, okay, Lightroom, I'm forgetting how to rotate my images right now, which is embarrassing. Okay, we're gonna rotate all of those. Yeah, I don't understand how people use this. This is like, you know, I don't know. I shouldn't go on a rant. This is not a time for me to sit around and talk about why I don't like Lightroom. Okay, so, great, found some more hair from me. See, like, why is this happening to me no matter what I do? So the first thing, which I think is, there are a couple things that one person might say that this is not subjective. I think that this is subjective. You're technically supposed to scan emulsion side up. I don't know why. I don't like how it looks when I do that. Another thing when you're converting it in this methodology is that you should either, you know, have a white, you know, get a gray card, or get a gray card, or you can white balance off the side where it's like, you know, exposed to just like gray light or whatever, like the black part of the film strip. I don't always like how that looks either. And it's one of the reasons that I got excited about doing all of this stuff myself in the first place, is that now I get to choose my own adventure. I should not be in trial mode, so that's really annoying. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can pull up my license really fast. This is normally, not gonna lie, something I for sure do at home. And yes, I'm not letting you see my license key. How do I even, can I even do this with you without you seeing? I don't know if that's gonna actually work though. Yeah, no, it's still in trial mode, whatever. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'll fix it in a second. I think I have to restart capture. So I'm gonna convert this, we're gonna see where it's at. So the first thing that I think is really fun, I'm actually gonna go to linear, because that's kind of the space I like to live in. Can we just take a moment and talk about how fucking gorgeous Alyssa is, though? So I technically shot this in Kodak, Again, I don't always like these preset colors that like live in the space. Like this might actually feel more natural to the environment to me. And I do really like to go through and look at these profiles, and I also like to look at them in combination with just different white balance choices. There's something weird and scratching at the studio right now, and I don't know what it is. Alright, I'm gonna stick with warm just as like a base for right now. And so this is kind of the fun of this, is that when you get scans back, yes, I am not scanning on a really expensive scanner, but I am scanning on my camera, and so I'm going to be getting much larger files than I would have been on a flatbed of similar cost. And I say this because, let me look this up really fast before I just make this up. You know, you can get, I'm shooting on a Nikon D600, which was my first full frame DSLR, and it's totally perfect for this. And to get a really good scanner that would get me something in a similar space would cost me way more money, in my opinion, and it would take way longer. I'm excited to play around with this more. There's new there are new settings that you can play with in Negative Lab Pro. I have used other programs for this, and I have never liked them as much as I've liked Negative Lab Pro. That is just me though. And so what's interesting is I still have yet to figure out in what way these are weighted. Like, is it compensating in a certain direction? I don't know. I like that there's this before and after moment going on now. And let's see what lab glow does. I haven't played around with that. That is not my style at all, or the style that I'm heading. So, as a background on this set, Alyssa and I spent half of the day together and a shot on the roof of my studio building, and in the studio, and on the street. I always like the frontier lot the most. Okay, I would definitely, in a normal scenario, make more selective color adjustments, but I don't even know if this monitor is calibrated, if I'm being honest. So I'm going to save this, and I'm going to apply it. And I'm actually going to quickly quit. And then I'm going to reopen this. I love my lovely test here. Just because I want to see if I can actually get Negative Lab to be an adult. Okay, so for that particular shot, I don't believe that I white balanced it right. I wish that I could rewind and actually remember what I did. So for this one, I will. I also think I might have been soft on this shot, but I can't tell. Alright, so we're gonna white balance on this one. And the other thing that I will say is that if you would use this little like eyedropper trick, and I forget where I learned this from, keep in mind that based off of the area you pick, you can get slightly different, not by much, but slightly different tones for your white balance. And the other thing about doing this with Negative Lab Pro is that it's like, I don't actually understand how this plugin works, but it's automatically considering what your exposure should be based off of your crop. So if I don't crop in here, which I've learned, I had to learn that the hard way. Yeah, don't know why this is still working, but not working, but okay. I will actually just show you what that looks like now, since I don't want to lose all my conversions. So first thing I'm going to do is actually load. Oh, I think it automatically loaded. Yeah, it did. So this is me loading the other color in. I'm curious to see what auto warm looks like here. And I also feel like this is a little bit more rose in this particular shot. So we'll take that down. But actually wait, I want to compare my white balance moment, don't I? I'll do it in a second. Okay, so that's how that's kind of coming out as is for this. And because we shot this in a natural light environment, my little test here might not work. But let me see if I can show you what it looks like if you don't crop it. This might not actually be enough of an example. Yeah, there you go. It did show you, and we'll reset it too. And it's a fun look. I think that there is a softness to this that some people might like in their work. I'm not necessarily going for this right now. You know, that's just me. But I'm sure you could tell if I'll apply this for like the sake of it. I'm gonna have to reset it though. Like this to this, very different images, right? Not the same. But, and I might need to fix this in Negative Lab. Is it not gonna go? It's gonna be so annoying. Alright, and so if I do this how I did my first one, let's see. If it works. But it depends. Sometimes this is glitchy with resets, yeah. It's gonna make me apply it. That's so annoying. Only annoying because my license isn't working, and I don't know why. Okay. But I feel like that was worth it for the example. Okay. Let's see here. See? Now we're in the same place as the other shot for sure. Isn't that wild? Okay. I'm gonna cancel on this one for now. Something else that I can do, doesn't always work well though, is I can check what all these look like by, I'm so mad that either this happened, this totally is from my lens, there's no way that it's not from my lens. Okay, so that not in love with this. Let's see here. I was literally laying on the ground when I took this. I didn't mean to hit 0. I feel like I could make this into something interesting. Nope, what was I thinking? There's no way that I'm the only artist on planet Earth that will take photos and then be like, what was I thinking? If I'm the only person that does that, then I should start a support group for people who are in denial. This one I definitely love. I also feel like it's gonna be more fun if I do it like this somehow. But I'm not really sure. And see, that copied from previous, not the same. But I don't know. Okay. And I definitely can't copy from previous with this one because I think it's gonna mess up my exposure. And I may have also metered this the wrong way. I don't remember. This is the downside of like using all this gear on my own. Okay. That also looks wrong. This dynamic range is pretty wild though. Okay, let's rewind. So I definitely could have, I don't know, I could have made this brighter, but I don't know if I would have enjoyed that brighter. I'm glad that I metered her to be in darkness, I think. I also wonder what happens if I play with making all of these darker. Now I'm just getting myself into trouble and doing shit that I shouldn't be doing. Okay, so for the sake of just wanting to add up the entire photo, let's take it here. So the most interesting thing is whatever these plugins like do to color space as a whole, your sliders end up becoming like doing the opposite functionality of what you want them to in Lightroom. I don't know why. So like if I want something darker, I have to take it brighter. If I want it warmer, I have to go this way. If I want it cooler, I have to go this way. I have no idea what is up with this plugin that causes it to happen like that. But the one thing that I do really enjoy about doing this stuff with raw files is that now I'm manipulating a scan that is a raw file, which makes me feel like I have a lot more wiggle room. I don't know if that's actually true, but it's just how I feel as I play around with it. Yeah, I feel like where this is going is actually pretty fun. It just might be like a little bit too blue. for me, but I also didn't really like play around with color in Negative Lab like I usually would, and I might do that later, but I'm a little bit apprehensive right now since I don't since I don't have this activated properly. So I'm kind of playing around with this because I feel like I don't know where I want this crop to live. And I hate that in my brain I'm like, what are we allowed or able to use? Thanks, internet, Instagram, whatever the fuck, that just won't let anyone use anything other than squares and 4x5. Okay. So I feel okay about the concept of doing my tethering in Lightroom, actually. It might actually save me time. I do need to clean out this lens though. I should have definitely played around with doing more stuff like super far down. I feel like I'm gonna show this to Alyssa and see what she thinks. I hate some of this new functionality because I don't actually use, like, come on. Thank you. I don't use like an Apple mouse or anything where I could have just used like the finger gesture to swipe that away. I feel like I also really want to do, like click and drag that, how annoying is that? A video about what it's been like since I decided to just full sail into, oops, I probably should have said it like that, just like, nosedive into shooting 90% of my stuff with the Pentax. The first thing is that I want new focusing screens for my bodies. Let's see if Alyssa texts me back. Alright, so do I even have, I don't know if I actually have a blower here, which is kind of problematic considering I'm not using, hold on one second. Got it. Okay. Anyway. I don't know if that got it or not. But anyway, here we are. I don't remember what I was talking about. Probably doesn't even matter. Okay, let's do the next roll, which I'm probably gonna have some moments of like, what the fuck was I thinking when I shot this? But it's fine. And I want to say that this second one, that you probably can't see it, it's whatever, is, it's mostly full body. What's funny is that as I say that, I'm loading in the first shot, which is not full body. Oh, other things that I do that I know are bad are I use my hands. I know I'm not supposed to use my hands. Whoa, let's see if this shit crashes because I hate this. Sorry. Yeah, I get it. I hear you. I've literally only used this one other time for this process. Okay. What am I doing? This is not what I need to be doing. Whoa, here we go. Yes. It would help if I turned the camera on, right? Let's see, what does Alyssa say? These are dope. We'll see. We'll see. No promises. Okay. Gotta make sure everything's focused. And also, within like the 5 seconds that I stopped doing this and restarted, the camera stand moved, or copy stand, whatever. I don't even understand how it moved. It makes no sense. One thing that will annoy me about doing this in here is that I don't know if I can. Yeah, I'm not focused. I don't think I am anyway. Ooh. Something else I do when I do this at home or by myself, I might be wrong, is that I normally do this in a very dark room because I can't see when I'm like staring into a light source from the heavens. Whoa! And that's why I was kind of glad with my ratios from the other shot, I think. Okay. Something else that's interesting for me to consider about what it's been like going into just mostly shooting film has really just been the curiosity of like what causes me to randomly have such dramatic exposure differences. It's like I'm shooting in the same environment, clearly I'm not paying attention. And camera shake. It's making me become way more an artist that's way more in touch with what I'm doing, or I'm trying to be. I just can't tell if at some point I must have changed my exposure settings, or the sun changed, and I'm not gonna remember which one. And I'm not gonna lie, I liked it when I was darker. What was I thinking? You know? Okay, anyway, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna quit tinkering for now, because I'm also literally just trying to like get these 2 rolls through and not problem solve yet. Okay. Especially since if I was really on it, it would not take me that long to get through scanning this. I'm sure that me using this canned air is probably someone's worst nightmare. I just can't help it. I need a powerful wind to get through this project, you know? I think that one's okay. I'm also gonna have to probably actually go in there and clean out these dust spots. The other thing that I want to talk about is I shot all these on my Pentax 6.7, which I love. And my biggest complaint about that camera as it currently stands is that the focusing screens I have in them are, I don't want to call them the stock screens, but that's what I'm going to call them. They're like the standard screens that come with the body when you buy it. And so, did I get this? One thing I've learned about them is that they are nowhere near as bright as I want them to be. So in sunset, dusk, dark, shaded situations, it gets really tricky, which is not fun. It's tough because now I just like overall love shooting on this camera and I don't want to use anything else. So here I am. Okay. I think that's the end of these 2 rolls. We did a bunch more rolls, but I'm just gonna scan these two for now. For the sake of this video and everyone else's sanity. And this is like all the same look in the same space. Okay, so oh my god, go away. I am not gonna convert these properly right now, exclusively because there we go. My license isn't working, so we'll revisit that another day. Okay. But I do like where my base was for my other shots, so I'm gonna roll with that for these. No. Something else that I've noticed, I have a bad habit of with this camera, but I also love, is that, let me look really fast. Hold on. I might not even have them in here. I was gonna go through my lenses. But like some of the lenses that I have are just freaking wild. Freaking wild! And I definitely feel like I could have maybe even gone wider for this on purpose. But I'm not really sure. It's also interesting how you can shoot something or frame something up a certain way. And like right now, I feel like I like this more as a vertical. Whoop. This one I might need to convert myself. Can I get it out of here? I don't know, to be continued. But yeah, I laid on the ground for this one, I'm pretty sure. Because I was thinking, hold on, I'll show you guys what I was thinking for some of this. Can I do this in here? We're about to find out. I know that you can do this in Photoshop though. Like the lens, ooh, can I? Like the lens correction tricks. Hold on. And then we need to go in here for the other stuff. So like, nope. Not that one either. I might not actually be able to do this in the way that I thought that I could in here. I mean, I kind of can, but I want to be able to play with the pivot, and I don't think I can in this, because it's like, well, you know what, yeah, I can. Oh, no, I lied. There we go, that's it. Yeah, so I can't actually like take this to the total place that I had in mind, because I need to take it into Photoshop to do that. But I think you get where I'm going, the whole like shoot it super wide, be on the ground, make it distorted thing. Oh, shut up. Is it maybe 100? Oh my god, come on. There you go. What have I done? Whoops. Okay. Anywho, in the midst of me like completely just destroying this photo, this is where my brain was going, you know? But then I need to have that pivot moment. Anyway, we're not gonna copy, yeah we are. We're gonna copy from this one and then I'm just gonna, you know, not do that. Don't know why I did 2 slides of this. Maybe it's because I thought that I fell. That feels like something I would do. Okay. This one should totally come from probably this guy. I love that I'm trying to color match these as if I'm even on the right screen. Like, I don't even think the screen is calibrated. Which it should be, but I don't think it is. Had similar hopes and dreams for this one as I did and still do with this one, to be continued. I might, like, after I actually pull through selects, walk through what I'm gonna do with those. Whoop! Okay, I'm a little bit unsure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do these actually with... Nope. I love that I'm like just really trying to cheat the system here with the software. Okay. Oh my god, hello! I totally missed this because I was like totally zoning out. Hi! These are some photos that I took. I'm gonna reiterate this again. Since you're here, I took these on the roof of my studio a couple weeks ago. Didn't get to develop them until a week ago. And then I worked every day between then and now. So, well, outside of Thursday. But here we are. Alyssa is literally amazing, just as a side note. So I don't necessarily think that these are all color matched, but here we are, and yeah, no, they're definitely not. And this is some of what we did the other day, and I'm really excited to get through color correcting all of these. I'll say that that's probably the most tedious step for me. It's just like color matching everything. Because, you know, this and this were in the same environment, but they're completely different shots. I should have stuck with this exposure. This is really dope. Trust your gut, you know? But, yeah, like, what is this crop? What was I thinking? But that's what my scanning life is like. Hardware wise, I'm currently, yay, I'm glad you like them. I'm glad that Alyssa likes them too. I just also realized that everybody's probably listening to me like squeak my boots on my chair. Sorry. But, I'm really just trying to not go in a negative lab pro right now. But anywho, color correcting all this stuff to have like the appropriate coordinating tones is like a whole second step. I really do want to kind of play with this this is for my lack of, but see, it just sucks. It's like, why can't any of this like do what I want it to? You know? Like, that does not do what I want it to do. Nor does this. Like, I want something that pivots the X and the Y. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. And this is what my film scanning process is currently like. From here, I will actually normally batch all of these in Negative Lab Pro and then go in and let me like open this one as an example. And the only reason I'm not doing this right now is because it's stuck in trial mode and I probably need to restart my computer. But I will normally like go in here and in each section, like for example, like let's just say I want to play around with the cyan in there, which I actually think I'm going to leave it for this set. Like I'll go in and tweak all of this stuff to live in the exact color space that I want it to, right? And this is not actually what I'm going to do, but I'm just pretending. And then I will adjust all of my images to match the initial look I created. I actually do think that I'm gonna end up kind of like letting things live in this like teal yellow space. I think this is fun. But definitely not like that though. You know what I mean? And then it's just, it does take time to go in and actually try to get the contrast to live where I want it to. Let's see. Yeah. I'm really okay with how this is looking as it is right now. I'll probably say that when I actually look on a calibrated screen though. If there is anything specific about my film process from shooting to developing, which I don't know how to do this. There, I'm backwards. I literally develop everything at my studio right here, and then I hang it in a room. So if there's anything specific that you might be interested in seeing me do as someone who doesn't do this in like a commercially formulated lab, let me know and I can show you what I'm doing. You know, nothing is right or wrong, but thinking makes it so. Right? Like I'm sure that people who have been doing this for 40 years would be like, what is this girl doing? But, you know, I'm doing it. So let me know and I'm happy to show you. Thanks for joining.